Hi guys, I'm Rob4 and I'm joined by HeatoN to do some predictions. We've also got Friberg's predictions on my phone, so we'll reference them throughout. So first of all, what the fuck went wrong yesterday? You got 2 correct out of 7.
Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, I would have to say that was pretty good considering all the upsets. Well, I mean, there were a lot of upsets yesterday, and I mean, the only hardball I kind of went to was VP because they've been in a slump lately, but I actually thought they would come in swinging this tournament because we always know the plow starts working with these big tournaments, but nope.
Yeah, well, I mean, they could go out today. And they're the first game of the day and they're playing against the Heroics. So Friberg's predicted VP to win and give them another lifeline. But what about you? What are you going for?
I think I have to go with them as well, only because of their experience. I think actually Heroic have looked better than VP so far in the tournament. But going into this, I mean, when you have the knife against your throat, you're down 2-0. I think the experience is going to come in a bit. So I think I have to go for VP with this one. But it's a really tough game to predict.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one to predict. I mean, it can swing either way.
I'm actually going to go for Heroic just because I saw how tilted VP were after their match yesterday. I can't remember who they lost to, but they look super mad. So I think coming into today, unless they've had an amazing recovery,
that can actually activate the plow. So
it might do. It might do.
I mean, they still have something in them, to give it all and to actually make it, even though they've been in a slump lately. So we'll see.
Hey, we'll see who's correct later.
Yeah.
Next game is Tyler versus Cloud9. Friberg's gone for Cloud9. They haven't looked too strong recently. They lost both games yesterday, but against the Chinese team. So what are your thoughts?
I think this is going to be an easy Cloud9. Actually, I mean, firstly they are a better team, and secondly, I think Cloud9 didn't play bad yesterday. I mean, NIP played really well versus them. So I mean, even though I think Cloud9 did some good stuff. I mean, Shroud was pretty much on point the whole game.
Yeah. Same
versus Navi. I think they threw the game away like 3 times. They should have closed it out. They were the better team, in my opinion, versus Navi. So they should have won that one as well. So I think this is going to be ACC9, and I mean, unfortunately, they are the better team for Tyloo.
Yeah, I've got to agree. I mean, I don't think Tyloo are that good at the moment, and I don't think Cloud9 are that good, but I think Tyloo are just the worst of the bad. So I guess you have to go with Cloud9. Next game is Space Soldiers. They're being quite surprising so far, beating SK. They're playing Navi next. Friberg's gone for Space Soldiers actually. What about you?
I'm gonna go for Space Soldiers as well. I mean, Navi haven't looked on point either, and I know they didn't put hours in before this tournament, and had a lot of other things to do. So they haven't put the numbers in, and that's quite all I need to know. And I mean, having Space Soldiers as an up-and-coming team, putting lots of hours in compared to Navi being a bit out of shape.
I think Space Soldiers, they're going to be watching what Navi do, and they're going to be watching the demos, and they're going to be researching them. And I don't think Navi are going to be doing the same. So I'm going to go for Space Soldiers as well.
I agree. And that feels kind of weird saying Space Soldiers over Navi here in Cologne, but
strange.
That's how it is.
Okay, game 4 is SK versus North. Friberg's gone for SK. I would have to agree, despite them losing against against Space Soldiers. I would say SK are going to beat North.
Yeah, same here. I'm going to go with SK. And SK, I mean, they tend to always lose their first game in group stages or in the Swiss system and everything. So I think, I don't know if it was just a coincidence or Space Soldiers were good, but I think SK should have this one. And frankly, North didn't really impress me yesterday with their games.
No.
Not at all, actually.
Who did they lose to? They lost to Optic.
Yeah, quite hard actually as well.
Yeah. Game 5 is Immortals versus G2. I mean, Immortals did beat Virtus.pro yesterday, but I wouldn't take much away from that because Virtus.pro, they're in a massive slump. So Friberg's gone for G2. What are you going to side with?
Obviously I have to go with G2 as well, but I mean, it's also a quite hard game because Immortal, I mean, they're a great team. They qualified for the major, and G2, they're kind of like, either they're on or they're off.
Yeah.
So I mean, if G2 is on, it's no question asked. They gotta win. If they're off, it's gonna turn into an interesting game.
Yep, and G2 did play quite well against NIP yesterday. It was a very close game, but I think that they're good enough to beat Immortals in their current form. So game 6 is FaZe versus Fnatic. Friberg's gone for FaZe. I mean, they did narrowly beat Heroic yesterday, 16-14, so it was very close. Where do you see that one going?
I mean, we have FaZe losing to Mouse as well. I'm actually going to go with Fnatic here. I mean, Fnatic haven't looked too good either, but I think considering what I saw from FaZe yesterday, I wasn't impressed. I mean, obviously, FaZe is a better team normally, hands down. They're a lot better team. But I think current shape, I'm gonna be gambling a bit. I'm gonna go for Fnatic here.
Okay. I would go Fnatic, but Fnatic also lost a mouse yesterday. I know FaZe did as well, but I think FaZe just have that more firepower, that more star power.
I agree with you, but still, I think they looked so out of shape yesterday for some reason, and I think if that continues into today, I think Fnatic is going to take it. But I agree with your point.
Okay, so the final game, because we can't predict the NIP game, unfortunately, because I mean we don't want to seem biased or whatnot. So the final game would be Liquid versus Optic, the American clash. Friberg has got Liquid down as winning. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, Optic did play great yesterday. Best showing I've seen in a while from them.
Won both matches.
Yeah, but then again, I think just like Friberg were touching on the stream, like they play with no pressure on them. They kind of YOLO styling, and I think they're not going to be able to do the same mentally versus an American team.
Yeah.
So that's why I think Liquid is going to take it.
I will have to agree on that. Optic also lost 0-3. They went 0-3 in the major qualifier, and I think that maybe their 2 victories with playing with no pressure, like you said, may have just been a bit of a luck and a one-off. And I think against Liquid being probably the best American team at the moment, they're going to lose. So yeah, Liquid's going to take the last one. So that's the final game.
Yeah.
I hope everyone enjoys the predictions. We'll hopefully do this for more events. I'm not sure we can do it always in person, but we'll definitely try to do it on Skype. And we'll also make a graphic as well, so you can see it in one image, neat and tidy. And that's about it. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, make sure you follow us on Twitter and subscribe to us on YouTube at Betway eSports. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.